Hey everybody, welcome to this channel, nzt48.com. This is a website and a YouTube channel, as you're watching right now, all about passive incomes, entrepreneurship, self-motivation, and passive growth. Passive growth, that's nothing, personal growth is what I meant. And this video in particular is about adult cam sites, which is a bit of a taboo topic. But the reason I want to talk about it is we did an experiment here at NZT48 to see what it would be like to run one as a white label affiliate site, which meant we didn't have to do any of the work, talk to any people. We literally just clicked some buttons, got a page, put it online with our own domain name and sent traffic. Now, we didn't think it would be that easy, and we thought it'd be quite difficult given the saturation of the market, given the amount of competitors, which is saturation in case you were wondering, and all of these different things. But it turns out it was actually very, very simple to get this from zero to $600 a month consistently within 3 months. And since then, it's only grown. Now, we've decided to stop doing it ourselves because it's not our core business. It was taking focus away and the experiment itself was achieved. However, the other day, we wrote an article here on nzt48.com and it gained around 10,000 views and reads in 3 days, which is pretty impressive for a small site like ours. So then we decided to set up something called togetherwecam.com because we thought, people would be interested in it, obviously from the article before, and that has exploded. There has not stopped being traffic since we put it up yesterday. It's just gone crazy. So we wanted to go ahead and create a video series because there's obviously people who are interested in this, and whether you're for it or against it is nothing to do with us. That's not our conversation. Our conversation is how can you make money online through passive incomes, and as long as it's within legal boundaries, then we're happy to do tutorials and help you. So if you're interested in creating your own adult cam site, then you should definitely watch this video and every video going forward for the next 6 weeks, I believe, worth of content. We're going to be doing 1 video a week on this and another video every week on affiliate marketing. So if you want to watch all these and learn how you can build a passive income business, please do go ahead, hit that like and subscribe button. But before I rant too much, we're going to jump in now to how it works, what it is, and then over to the computer to show you exactly how you can get this set up. So one of your first questions is probably, what is an adult cam site? Now, a lot of you are probably sitting there going, yes, I need to know that, knowing full well what the hell it is. But for those of you who don't, essentially an adult cam site is a website where people can go online and watch broadcasters, be it men, women, couples, or transgender people, talk or display, let's say, sensitive, not so safe for work things on a website. Now, a lot of people are against this, but again, that's not the conversation for today. Essentially, on these websites, they can go live and broadcast themselves, and specifically on Chaturbate.com, which is the one we'll be referencing throughout this course, they can show themselves on camera for free or do private shows, and people can tip them and they earn money. So they earn 40% of the overall money spent on their cam page. And Chaturbate takes the other 60%. 5% of that is paid to referrals and affiliates. 20% of it is going to be paid to you if you follow these steps. So essentially, that's all it is as an overview. Now, the beauty of this is that if you set up this site and you run it for 6 months or 12 months or 18 months or any length of time, the beauty is that even if your site goes down, so say you lose interest, but 6 months or 8 months or 12 months in, you've registered 1,500 to 2,000 to 3,000 people on your site with free accounts. Chaturbate is going to follow those up with emails every couple of days and get them on board. Now, if they did register, they're clearly interested in this sort of content. The beauty of that is, even if that person clicks the link in those emails, goes to Chaturbate, views a Chaturbate video and ends up paying on Chaturbate itself, you still get your 20% profit. Now, the other advantage is if someone, for example, was to go onto your website, click the register as broadcaster and start displaying themselves on cam, obviously they'd be someone probably in a bit better shape than me, and they earn their first $20, you get a $50 bonus. So the beauty of this is it is truly passive once you set it up. Now, the issues are going to be getting the initial traffic, getting the initial registrations, but throughout the next 6 weeks, I'm going to take you through how you can do all of that here on this YouTube channel. However, today I'm just going to show you how you can get up and running by creating your own white label getting a domain and hooking that up. So without further ado, let's jump over to the computer and set that up for you. Hey guys, so here I am on one of the computers for one of the staff here. Cassie has delightedly let me onto her computer to show you through this. So you're probably watching this video because you've seen it on Together We Can, maybe you're on YouTube, but if not, head over to togetherwecam.com and then select models and broadcaster or entrepreneurs, depending on which one suits you best. And then you can either read all of these, and these will teach you how to do everything, or you can just go ahead and click on this link here, which will bring you over to chaturbate.com. And I'm going to record it this way because if I was to click the link, you might see a little bit of nudity first, which obviously wouldn't be very YouTube friendly. So what I did then was I went up and I clicked white labels, and you're going to see this page. Now, if you haven't got a Chaturbate account already, you will have to create one before you get to this, but that takes 2 minutes, and I'm not going to go through that because it's very, very simple to do. Now, once you're here, you're going to go ahead and you're going to want to add a new white label. And if you want the same colors as Chaturbate itself, you can hit the white and blue. We're going to call this my new campsite. Obviously, if you're going to go ahead and buy a domain, which is around $8 a year, like a .com, .co, which are cheaper again, and I'll go through that in a moment. You want to call that alias probably as close to whatever that domain name is, but honestly, the alias doesn't really matter. Then the site name is obviously the site name, so whatever you're going to call it yourself. So if you are Stephanie Chandelier, you can call it Stephanie Chandelier's campsite, or whatever you want. You do need to select a logo. So for the purposes of this video, I have just downloaded the Chaturbate logo itself. So I'm going to upload that. Now, if you want to design your own logo, what I would suggest is heading over to canva.com, where you can create your own free designs. It's a 30-day free trial, after which you do need to pay, but unless you're using it for something else, I would just forget about it. You don't need to. You can just cancel it after the 30 days. But what's great about Canva is you can go over and you can basically just choose any of these logos you want. So we can come over here and we can just pop in my new cam website, and then we can come up here, we can click download, make sure PNG, and you want transparent. To be honest, the smaller the better for this one, but I would download a large one as well, just for your marketing and Instagram and whatnot. But there straight away now you have a logo, a small one for your website, for the campsite itself to put into that location, or the large one here. So now I've uploaded the Together We Can logo. We're going to go down here, Google Analytics, go to analytics.google.com, get a code, but you'll get all your stats from Chaturbate anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Title, I'm going to call this Together Cam, or whatever your title is. And then header and footer, you can put in things like links to your Instagram, stuff like that. Meta description, definitely pop that in because that's going to help going forward. So now we click save. So after you click save, you're going to come back to this page here and you're going to see that it's set up. Now again, if you click preview, that's going to bring you to your new campsite. Obviously I'm not going to click that because this is being broadcast on YouTube as well, and they've very, very not safe for work policy, so we can't show any nudity, but you can preview your site there. But what we're going to do now instead is we're going to click add a new domain, and you're going to click, for example, mynewcampsite.com. Now if you haven't got a domain already, don't worry, I'm going to show you that right now. I'm just going to click submit on this, and then I'm going to come back to this in a few moments. So now you're going to go back over to togetherwecam.com, or if you already buy domains from Black Knight or any of those places, you can do that, but you're going to want to go down and click on the search and buy domains. So what you're going to do now is you're going to go and click on add a custom domain, and you are going to get brought to Namecheap, and you can buy a domain here for around $8 with my discount, which that will automatically add for you, down from around $10 normally, or $13 I think it is with GoDaddy. And that's going to be it then. So you're going to have bought your domain from them. And once that's done, they're going to give you a login for that account. And I will bring you over to that now in a few moments. Now, once you have bought your domain name, you're going to want to log into your account dashboard. So now once you're in here, you're going to want to look for the domain name you've just bought, and you want to go ahead. The manage page will then bring you to this advanced DNS section here, this section here. Click advanced DNS. Now once you're in advanced DNS, you're going to want to add these 3 settings. Now 2 of these, the A record and the C name, as you see them here, are universal, and you'll find those on the page steps as you follow through Chaturbate, or you can just copy and paste the ones that I have here from togetherwecom.com. The other one, the text record, is unique to each website, and you'll get that from your Chaturbate page here. As you can see, is this text record here. You're going to want to copy that over to that space, and once that's done, then it can take up to 4 hours for this to react, but once that's done, you can go ahead, click verify, and you're all set up. And all you need to do now is essentially just send traffic to that site. And hey everybody, so for those of you who are interested and have asked about stats and stuff like that, I'm going to go through the lay of the land on kind of how it worked for us during this experiment, and how I'm getting that kind of $600 a month figure, because that's kind of where it roughly ended up. So there are a couple of different choices that you can make when you set up your account. So you can decide that your account is what we decided, which is a 20% money spent, 50% per broadcaster bonus, and 5% of referred affiliate income stats. And that last part, as you can tell, is what I'm getting from creating the website and these videos, which is if you go ahead and become successful, I get 5% bonus from Chaturbate. Not 5% of your money, but 5% of the overall pot that people spend. So of the 100%, you get 20, I get 5. So just, cards on the table. That's why I'm doing this, along with the fact that I just enjoy making stuff about entrepreneurs. But enough about that. So your other option is essentially the same, except that you can get $1 per registration. Now, the reason I didn't go with that is because if you get one person who spends $1,000 over the lifetime of their account, you're getting $200. You'd need 200 people to register to make up for that. But you can make your own decision. If you think you can get a ton of people registering, then you might prefer the $1 per registration. Now, when we set this up, we started sharing, and as you can see, we started March 26th, and from March 26th, we started getting some unique hits and basically no free registrations. Now, we were sharing it on Instagram, a couple of cheeky Reddit posts, and chat rooms and stuff like that. And you can see the traffic was quite high after 3 or 4 days when we kind of figured it out. But ironically, you don't need that much traffic. You just need, you need people to register. So what we did was, with our Instagram tactics and everything, we started pushing people towards the registration page as opposed to the just generic page. Or if we were sending them towards a specific model instead of just the home page, you're more likely to get that person to engage with the model and then start registering. Because if they want to talk to the model, they need to register a free account. Incidentally, they don't need to add a credit card or a email address for this. Obviously, don't tell them about not entering the email address, because you want them to enter the email so that Chaturbate does their marketing in the back end. So as you can see, about 10 days in, we started getting quite a few registrations, but it wasn't until exactly, I believe, a month later, nearly, that we got our first payment. And we made $4 that day. And if you keep going, you can see it doesn't really look like much, and then all of a sudden you start getting into these higher figures, like this $108 here. So it kept kind of going that way, of little bits here and there, and then all of a sudden it just started turning into something that was generating most days. And you're not going to get just every single day you get money, but it was averaging out. So as you can see, April, May, and June, it was 1,607. Now, a little off 600 a month, but that's kind of what it was getting to before we shut it down at the end of this month. So that's what you're looking at right now. One of the guys that we did help out grow he's running his still, and he's now up to around $1,000 a month, but he's working on it most of his day. So there is ways to kind of make this a bigger thing. And obviously, look, you can see with very, very little effort, this was 20-30 minutes a day. We earned $1,600 in 3 months, a little over 3 months, I believe it is. A little less, actually. And yeah, so as you can see, it definitely works, and it's worth trialing. And I have a stake in the game, because if you succeed and start making thousands of dollars a day, I'm going to get a 5% kickback from Chaturbate. So I want you to try and succeed. So thank you so much for watching. Now you've got your first ever white label cam site set up and you are ready to start making money. The beauty of this is that it will earn forever, and if you want to, you can see over the next few weeks how you will grow this. I would suggest looking into some stuff in the meantime, like Instagram, Reddit, chat rooms, that kind of things. Maybe you already have an audience for this. Personally, I wouldn't share it with friends on Facebook, but that's just me. Maybe you would. But there is ways that you can grow this in the interim. And if not, I will see you next Monday for the next step, which is marketing this out. In the interim as well, if you want, you can head over to togetherwecam.com if you didn't view this video on that website, and we'll be adding resources to that every day this week about ideas of how you can market this. And don't forget to head over to nzt48.com as well, and head over to our Teespring course, which is going to go live this week as well. So there's lots going on here. Definitely worth checking out videos from us as well as other things if you're interested in entrepreneurship, motivation, personal growth, or passive incomes.